Okay, so this one is going to feature circle pattern. And so we're just going to go to documents. We're going to call this circle pattern. We're going to start our sketch, select our plane, the front plane, and flip it around. So I'm going to draw this with lines and dimension it, and then use circle pattern to rotate that around. So line, and I'm going to come up here and dimension it. That's 0.5. See here, and that I do not want, actually. So right now I'm going to use the construction line tool, and what that is just like, it's like a line that we draw, but it's not really a part of our drawing. It's just meant to help us guide the process of drawing. And so I made a construction line. Again, I had to click here on construction and then line here, and that made a construction line down here. And so, and all this isn't, these are in the steps here. So there was the construction line down there. It's in red, and from the top of this to the bottom of the construction line, it's 0.25. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. So from here to here, 2.5. And then from here, let's see here. Yeah, that's from here to here, that is 1. Oh, and that did it in degrees. We don't want degrees. And delete that. Okay. Come back, hit dimension, click here to here. And that is, from here to here is 0.375. And I'm going to try that first and see if that helps me put in the other one. Okay. Now I'm going to go from here to here on this. And that's still giving me degrees, which means it's probably not straight. So from here to here, let's try that. And that worked. And that was 1. Ooh. So I'm going to come in and try to put a constraint in on this one. And fixed it. Put that perpendicular constraint. And that probably just happened because I didn't draw it completely straight. So it may or may not happen in yours. And then the width from here to here is 1, I believe. Yes, 1. And we have our half profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to revolve this around. So when we revolve things, we have to have 2 things. We have to have a half profile, and that's what we have here. We have a profile of something that we want to revolve, and we have to have an axis to draw it around, or to rotate it around. And that's what this construction line is right here. So I'm going to hit revolve. I'm going to hit this portion, and then I'm going to hit the axis. So revolve axis, this, and it revolved it for me. So again, I'm going to go back and do that again so you guys can see it. So we're going to hit revolve. It's asking for the face of what I want to revolve. So I want this to revolve around, and now it's asking for the axis, and I want this to be the axis that it revolves around. And I want a full revolution. And so now that I have this part, and so let's look at the isometric around this way. And so you have a three-dimensional part now. Now on the front of it, I want to put this circle. And so we're going to hit sketch. We're going to hit that front face. I'm going to put in a point for this, and that's going to help me put a hole in there, just like in the previous activity. We had to put in a point before we could put in a hole, and the point to the center of this is 1.65. So let me dimension that real quick. And so then we're going to put in a hole. Whoops. For some reason I think I hit X. So sketch again. I'm put in a point. We're going to dimension from here to here. 1.65, enter. We're going to put in a hole. So check mark. That's what I did wrong. I didn't hit the check mark. I think I hit the X. And so let's see here. That hole is, I believe, 0.5. Yes, 0.5. We're gonna hit OK. And we're going to do something different. Before we did circle pattern in the sketch, we're going to do circle pattern in the three-dimensional feature. And so to do that, go ahead and get your part in a good angle, such as the one I have mine in. We're going to click patterns up here, and we're going to hit circle pattern. Right here it says part pattern. Oh, and I accidentally hit remove. You're going to want to do feature pattern. Click the feature, which is this hole right here that you want to, and it says the axis of the pattern that you want to rotate around this portion of right here. And you're going to want to do 10 of those. And you are done. Now save it, share it, take a picture of it,